Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And we're so excited that you're here on the first Tuesday in August. No, it's not.
It's literally not.
It's the second Tuesday in August. So we're excited you're here for that too.
It's the first Tuesday after the first Tuesday.
Yeah, that one. There we go. There we go. Apparently, India wants to be in the show. So you might see a little bit of him. What should people do, Katie?
You should. What is your issue? You should subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/dapsmagic. We are almost to 100,000 subscribers. You should go to patreon.com/dapsmagic, where we do an after show to this show called Daps After Dark. We have a lot of fun, and you should go into the chat or into the comments so that you could be featured in the end segment. Comments.
That is exactly what it is called. But before we get into any of that, we have something very, very important that we need to talk about, and that is the Muppets.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
For quite some time, we've been tracking which Muppets are picked each week by the Muppets to be honored during their 70th anniversary. And this last week was a nice, pleasant surprise. It was Statler and Waldorf. And as you can see, here are all of the Muppets that have been recognized so far. And so my big question is, Katie, who's next?
I'm still going to say Gloria Estefan.
Okay.
Because I think that would be a great pick. But I do feel like we are back on the path for mainstream Muppets.
I actually feel like there's a chance now that we could get Bobo the Bear because he's big, but he's not, he's in the middle. I feel like that could happen. Who knows? Like, you never know. Let's see who else people think it could be. I think I saw somewhere for Fozzie, moving back to Fozzie. There we go. Uncle Deadly,
obviously,
but Fozzie's the main choice, it looks like. All right, that is
a good choice.
That is a good choice. We'd love to see Fozzie. Fozzie is a fantastic choice. But
so you're sticking with Bobo?
Yeah, I want Bobo to get some love. Like, I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep tracking this and we'll see how it goes. We've got a few more months of this to go, and hopefully Bobo the Bear, Gloria Estefan, Fozzie get some love.
Gloria Estefan's like for sure never going to be featured, and that's okay.
You say that, but look at some of the other ones we've got.
Yeah, but I feel like nobody cared about Muppets ABC.
I don't know.
But also, if Denise the pig gets something, I will riot. I will be so angry.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know. Anyway, we will see what happens. All right, it has been a big week for Disney news. In fact, so much so that we had a hard time picking what was going to be on the show tonight. So we thought we'd start with some super stuff.
Super stuff.
Yes, some super stuff. So first off, Minnie Mouse was showing off her super suit as the Disney Destiny was being floated out over in Papenburg, Germany. And it's getting one step closer to taking guests on the maiden voyage in November. And I will admit, like, I've been impressed by this ship as we've been seeing different pieces shared from the outside. But when you see the whole thing next to that building, I was kind of blown away at how big it was, and then also how pretty it is. Like, it is, all of the Disney Cruise Line ships are pretty, but this one in particular just really, I don't know. I thought it was very fun to look at, and you had fireworks and all that fun stuff, and it's great too. But
the ship was the main attraction.
The ship was the main attraction, and the morning was perfect. Like, it was beautiful. What do you think of it?
I think it looks great. I think Minnie Mouse looks like a very strange posed action figure, but I think the ship is beautiful. I was very, like, I know cruise ships are big. I am aware. I have been on multiple cruise ships. I still was like, oh my God, that's a really big cruise ship.
It's a big boat.
I don't know that we're going to need a bigger boat. Like, they're going to make one. They're going to make a bigger boat.
Are they? I think they're moving smaller. So Disney Adventure is bigger. And I think after that, we're going to be looking smaller.
So I think is the way to go.
Someday there will be a bigger boat.
Oh, yeah. Even though we're seeing how well that's working out for other cruise lines at the moment. But I think smaller cruise ships are the way to go. Like, I like a more contained experience. I like to be able to. I don't want to go on a cruise where I don't know my way around by the end of it. And so I think this is really cool. I think the spider bots look really nice on the back. I think Spider-Man looks great. I think DCL does an incredible job taking care of their ships, which is why, like, it was very funny. I know this came up on the Daps Travels podcast, but it was an observation that Johnny made, and it was an observation that we made, we made in port in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
It was the oldest Disney Cruise Line ship, which is 30 years old, next to a 10-year-old ship of a cruise line that will not be named, that I may have been referring to earlier. You would have thought that cruise ship was 30 years old and the DCL ship was like brand new, because of the level of maintenance. They always have painters. They always have people. Like, you will not see rust on a Disney Cruise Line ship because of the level of pride they take in it. So it's nice to see a float out like this, knowing that the ship is going to continue to look that good.
And I did love that our friends Adam Bankhurst and Scott Gustin made the trek over to the side so that they could get the sheep photos.
Yeah.
I was like, because to me, that's one of the best. I don't know. There's something. It's a dichotomy. You see the sheep in the field, and then you've got these beautiful ships going by. And I gave them a hat tip when I saw that. I was like, well done, guys. That's the way to do it.
Also, how cool to go to a float out in Germany.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's bucket list. I feel like and it was cool to see all of the local enthusiasts that were there too, because there were so many different live streams happening. And yes, there's that group of Disney media that we would know and we work with pretty frequently, but there was also just like cruise enthusiasts that are in the area that are following this stuff all of the time. And that was pretty cool to see the different perspectives that were from around the harbor in different directions. So it'll be fun to see this one make its way over to the East Coast and start taking people on treks, I guess, huh?
I think it's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah.
It was also such a special moment. Like, we're watching the float out and I was like, okay, cool. But there is something, and I know Johnny is going to agree with me for sure. And I know my mom's going to agree with me. The moment the foghorn went off.
Oh yeah, that was
cool. I
cool.
was like,
yeah,
okay, it's real now. Like, that is, I mean, not to put Johnny on blast, but every time he gets into his car, it plays the When You Wish Upon a Star foghorn. So, there is something about that just can't be matched. I mean, besides, I will say Princess Cruises when they do the Love Boat.
I mean, it's equally iconic. I actually think that's a good.
It's the most.
That's a good balance.
It's the most equal comparison.
Yeah, that's a very good one. But it'll be fun to see it come to life, and then the Disney Adventure after that, and then whatever comes next. Hopefully, we'll know soon, and we will have a new Daps Travels podcast coming to all of our platforms very soon. So keep your eyes open for that.
But you can thank Taylor Swift for delay.
I will say that there was a missed opportunity, and I don't know if it's a legal one, but it was a missed. If I'd been in charge, I should have queued the segment. Have Super Mini down on the dock, right? I would have had. I don't know exactly how you do this, but I would have had Spider-Man swinging from the top of the ship. Like, how cool would that be? I mean, I guess you couldn't because he's on the back of the ship, but like,
yeah, there's only one Spider-Man. He's already dealing with spider bots.
But you know what? I would bet.
Robot Spider-Man flips.
I bet we will see pictures of Mickey and Minnie with them on the back of the adventure.
Well, I mean, the workaround for that is that it's a statue honoring them.
It's a statue. So I think seeing Spider-Man flying around would have been amazing. I mean, that's like, I mean, missed opportunity massively.
It's the hold on.
Yes, I do realize it's Spider-Man turn off the dark status there, but it's Disney.
No, but
Disney could do it safely, and it's Spider-Man. They do it all the time.
That's what I'm laughing about is Robot Spider-Man, but he misses the ship because it's moving, and he ends up in the water.
Oh, there you go. It's the Stuntronic. That would
Yeah,
work. See, they could have done that.
That wouldn't be a waste of money at all.
Stuntronic Spider-Man would have totally worked. Oh well, that's great. All right. Speaking of Spider-Man, we got a first look of the new Spider-Man in act, not new Spider-Man, new Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland in action, and they released a. It was kind of cool, a behind-the-scenes first day video, and like they just started filming.
Yeah,
like it kind of it's a completely different way. And in the video, he's talking about how they have fans for the first time on their first
which
day.
was very fun.
And you think about it, they've had a lot of inopportune times to film with these movies through the last few years because of world events. But we got a good look at the new Spidey suit, which I think looks amazing.
It looks really nice.
Like it looks very comic booky to me, and I love that. And we get to see some sort of an action sequence that's happening in this video, which was also a lot of fun. And perhaps the most endearing part of all of this was getting to see Tom Holland work with the fans and with the cast, like the crew and the cast that are already, I guess crew, they don't show cast members, but it was fun to see how he interacts with people and just to see it's kind of what you would expect it to be. What do you think of all this?
I thought it was really neat. I will say, and maybe this is unpopular, I don't know where you go for a Spider-Man movie after No Way Home, because like No Way Home just feels like you kind of already pulled out all the stops. I obviously storyline, I know where they go, but I'm like, you already had that like huge moment. But I agree with what Itzy's saying. He is the most Spider-Man to ever. Well, he's the most Peter Parker to ever Spider-Man. Because he's like a very dorky book nerd that just wants to like help people and ends up in things way bigger than himself. And like Tom Holland is very like,
that's kind of him.
Yeah, like
he can't kepe a secret and he knows it's too big for him. Like
he can't keep a secret. He loves his fiance like so much. All he wants to do is be like, my fiance is so cool, and also I'm Spider-Man. And I respect that about him.
Also, I'm very happy that they're kind of going back to a more contained story. That's a good word. I don't think every Marvel movie needs to be end of the world.
It shouldn't be.
And I think that's been a challenge it's what I liked about Thunderbolts too, is it kind of was like, oh, it's not I mean, it could have been if things kept going, but really it was more of a localized story that focused on people and characters as opposed to, oh, the world's about to explode. How many explosions can we throw in? How many heroes can we throw in? Because I just think at some point it gets to be overwhelming and too much, and you have to think too much about the movie rather than just enjoying what's right in front of you.
That's what I really loved about Spider-Man Homecoming. Is it was like a very contained, like there wasn't a portal that opened halfway across the world that like the entire that's been my complaint about Marvel movies, is that they've always felt too high stakes. Well, lately they've all felt too high stakes, except for the one that broke that curse, Thunderbolts.
That's true.
Thunderbolts did not feel.
I have to stop you.
Why?
It's very important that we say hi to Annie.
Annie, do you love Spider-Man? Because I love Spider-Man too.
There we go. Hi, Annie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. It will be also fun to see what the relational components are within this film with the known cast and the unknown cast that are hinted at. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a lot of fun. Another thing that's coming to theaters very soon, in fact, in like 3 or 4 weeks, is we now know that Hamilton, who started on the stage, well, started on the page, then went to the stage, then went to the little screen,
started 250 years ago.
Well, that too, and now is going to the silver screen, and they're going to have a special featurette that's accompanying this release on September 5th. But I think other than seeing this in the actual theater, like this is going to be...
I think this is going to be really, really cool. Mainly because when we all got to see it, the pro shop for the first time, we all saw it in our homes. Like, there is something that's going to be so rad about getting to do it in a movie theater. The only thing, and this is coming from me, so I need everybody
We're listening.
to put on their listening ears
Yes.
and quiet coyotes. This is not a sing-along.
You know what the problem is, though?
Everybody's going to want to sing along.
Even more of a problem is when, I think it was when Lynn was on
Oh, did he say people
Tonight
sing
Show?
along?
He's like, let's all go out and sing along. Yeah, so I think
Okay, well, if Lin-Manuel Miranda said it, then sure.
I'm pretty sure we're just gonna have people singing along. So go to a place when nobody's there or something. I don't know. I'm looking forward to hearing it with amazing sound. Like, I think I will be curious the level of sound design that's gone into it. Like when the bullets and stuff are going off.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to hear them go around the room, or will it all be more of like a theatrical thing where it's all in front of you? Unless it's Phantom of the Opera, and then you do hear things around the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Will it be true surround sound, or will it be more surround but choice? You know, like
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming it's surround sound at some level, but will it be an immersive feel, or will it just be it surrounded you and you're enveloped? And I'm hoping it moves around and takes you on that kind of audio adventure as you're listening.
And yes, I am okay. Literally, if I hear anyone sing, I'm walking out. If there are no lyrics on the screen, do not sing. This is not a sing along. Do a specific day for it. Normalize sing along specific showing at theaters.
Very
like
good.
Wicked.
Love
Wicked
it.
had sing along specific days, and that's great.
Didn't they do that for Frozen too?
I think so.
Yeah,
but
they've done it for and Encanto, I think. Maybe.
Part of the reason I'm so upset about this is because the one singular time I have gotten to see Hamilton live, there were 100% people that thought it was their opportunity to sing along to the show.
And that happens a lot of shows now, it seems like. Like, I don't know. We need to work on the whole etiquette for theater etiquette.
Like, you weren't paid to be doing the show. Therefore,
and I'm not paying you to watch it, but that's okay. All right. Should we keep moving forward?
I suppose.
Okay, let's do that.
Any reason to bring that back, huh?
Yeah, any reason to bring that.
That's
it was
fair.
either that one or it was Only Murders in the Studio.
Only Murders in the Studio.
And
I actually thought that's what that was at first.
It was going to be, and then I was like, oh wait, we have the one that actually came from the team from Only Murders, so we should use that one from D23. We got our first trailer for Only Murders in the Building, season 5. I thought it was awesome. What did you think of it?
I love this show because it is so campy and so unserious. Like, it is a serious show, and it is like a little dark, but it never takes itself too seriously.
I think it's funny when you watch it on YouTube, or the trailer on YouTube, it has the little like parental guidance.
Yeah. Well, because like there's people that are no longer alive, and
there's things that happen in the trailer
and like they're trying to figure out if a body at a funeral is missing one of its fingers.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was talking about.
I was talking about the other thing, where they keep trying to hide it. But
that too.
I just think like this show is so fun, and I know I've said it before. Okay, how many murders can there be in one building? It doesn't need to be believable.
You know what's great though?
This isn't,
It doesn't need to be believable.
No.
What it does need to be is creative and entertaining.
And it is.
And the big concern I think a lot of us had after season 4 was like, wow, they've come up with a bunch of different ways for this to happen and still move forward and still be entertaining. And not that it's believable, but you just suspend your disbelief because you're having a good time.
Yeah.
So yes. And over the summer, or since the last season finished, we're like, all right, what are they going to do now? Like, there's no way this is going to be unique and original still moving forward. And they seem to have found a way, from what I can tell. Like, the moment they kind of gave that hook of like, oh, this is how we're doing this, I was like, oh, I'm in.
That's the other thing. I'm going to agree with Chris here. It also will still not be predictable.
Yeah. Because looking at the cast, there's definite certain people in there that you're expecting to be certain things.
Well, and there's the thing that Only Murders does.
How was that for not giving away spoilers,
really
but
good.
talking about? Okay, keep going.
The thing about Only Murders is that they're really good at sometimes having red herrings, but sometimes not, so that you can never actually be like, oh, that's for sure a red herring, because sometimes they're like, oh no, that was just the answer the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that they do really well is that when there are red herrings and there are misdirects and there are all these things, the ending never feels like, oh, they just
contrived.
Yeah, because sometimes like plot twists or whatever can come out of total left field and you're like, well, that made no sense for the story.
They also don't make you feel dumb.
Yes.
Like they make it like they're not ever going, gotcha. Like there's nothing like that too, which I really appreciate about.
You're figuring it out with the characters, which is what I always appreciate.
And sometimes you're not with some of the other characters because not everybody else figures out at the same time. So it's great. I can't wait for this September 9th. We'll probably be talking a little bit about it. I don't know.
I'm so happy.
I don't know if we'll do a weekly talk or not, but it's very possible it will come up. Let us know in the comments if you think that would be fun.
Only Murders is like my fall spooky show. Like it's fun. I like it. It's gonna be fun.
It will be. All right. What may or may not be fun, I don't actually know what I feel about this yet, is Disney is saying goodbye to Hulu, the app, in 2026. It will be incorporated into a unified Disney Plus app with a Hulu Square on it. I don't know what this means exactly for live. Like those of us that have Hulu Live, I presume it'll just be incorporated in as well. What do you think of this?
I don't like it.
Okay, how come?
We're reinventing cable again. Like it was already enough that it was like, oh, it's a bundle like ESPN and Hulu and Disney Plus, yay! But now it's like, no, it's literally the same app. Yippee! And no,
ESPN DTC will be by itself still.
Okay,
for now.
But I meant like whatever. What I don't like, and this is already maybe I'm just an old biddy.
Mm-hmm.
Clutching my pearls. I don't like when it's like, oh, watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives now on Disney Plus. I'm like, no.
I do think there's a branding.
Get that out of here.
There's a branding issue, and Disney traditionally has been associated with family-friendly content, and my observation / concern is that might be going away.
With Deadpool, with Hulu,
well, not even that, because Deadpool, you could make the argument, is in a Marvel branded thing. Like it'll be interesting to see if they continue to make Disney, Walt Disney Studios, Disney Plus, whatever, a hub for family friendly stuff, and then have the not so family stuff in Marvel or Lucasfilm or Hulu, things like that. Mm-hmm. But I do think there's a risk, because when you get rid of a niche, it's the whole, like, when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. And I do think there is a risk of that. And so I'll be curious to see how it works and how it plays, because I really don't necessarily want to see, like, I like segmenting my content. Like, I want to know that if you go back to the cable analogy, I want to know the Food Network's the Food Network, and I want to know that PBS is PBS, and History Channel is this, and Disney Channel is that. And, like, I want to know what I'm getting when I click onto something. And I think there's a risk that you don't get, I mean, if they up their technology, who knows? But I do think there's that risk. And I could be overthinking this too, but
I also just think that Disney Plus has justice for the scrapped Lizzie McGuire show. You're real for that. I do think that there is just a general conversation that happens around Disney Plus. You ask anybody, what streaming services do you watch the most? Nobody ever says Disney Plus. You go to Disney Plus for something specific, but you're not like, oh, I turn on Disney Plus and I find something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, you might be that person, and that is so great for you. And I love that journey for you. That's awesome. But most people are like, oh, I'll go to Hulu and find something to watch. I'll go to Netflix. I don't, but you might do that. That's cool. Prime. But no, like I think that Disney Plus is trying to acquire, like, by merging Hulu into the Disney Plus app, they're like, well, gotcha now.
Well, and I think there's ways that they can get through that, and maybe it's making the squares on the home screen more functional. So like when you click into them, you're actually going into like a subsection of the app that's actually completely searchable, lookable, whatever. But it just, I don't think it's there yet. I think the technology's not there yet. The user the interface isn't there yet. And so I'd like to see it get there, because the hard part I always have is when I go to Disney Plus, I spend so much time looking for what I want or trying to figure out what I want that it ends up being easier for me to just go to movies I've already purchased on Movies Anywhere, Apple TV, whatever it is.
And also they take off half the stuff that they put on there in the first place anyway. So,
and we need some more old movies. Put all those old live action movies on. You have them. Johnny Tremaine's not on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go for
which one? Boatniks. No, not Boatniks. I don't know which one
wow.
Which one am I missing?
Your favorite Disney movie?
Oh, Follow Me Boys. Absolutely.
There you go.
See, this is the problem is I go and buy all these things. So then it's like, well, it doesn't matter as much if it's not on Disney Plus. All right. We'll go through this really quickly. The first teaser trailer for The Paper, which is the spinoff of The Office. We've gotten to see who is coming along from The Office to The Paper. And what do you think of this very quickly?
Absolutely lost my mind about Domhnall Gleeson. I literally
Especially his voice.
I literally went, huh?
Yeah.
I am not completely sold on it yet. And I will watch it, and I'm gonna withhold judgment until then, but I'm still not completely sold on it.
Here's what I think.
What do you think?
It needs a second season. Because all of these shows, the first season is always rough. And if it makes it to the second season, they'll get the fan feedback. They'll figure out what's working, what's not working. And this is actually the challenge of only having 10 episode seasons, is you really don't get that amount of time to really figure out characters and storylines that work and get that equation put together. But I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I think it could be fun. We'll see. I think it'll be an enjoyable enough show. I hope it's a great show. I just don't know that who knows.
What's a red flag to me is that the most enjoyable part of the trailer was when Oscar showed up.
I mean, they played that up really well. Yes, they did.
They did really well.
All right. Finally, as we come into the home stretch of tonight's show, Destination D23 is just a few weeks away. It's August 29th through August 31. I will be there covering the events happening at Destination D23. Today, we got a peek at what is coming, specifically on each panel and the overview of all of that. What do you think of what you are seeing so far from Destination D23, and what are you most looking forward to?
I think it's cool. I think Destination D23 is like a fun event. Unfortunately, I think nothing will ever top the year that they had Pizza Rizzo merchandise. And I'm still angry that I never got a you got the dough, we got the cheese shirt that they were selling that year at Destination D23.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
It's fine. I think the thing I'm most excited about actually is the celebration of Cusco, because I think Emperor's New Groove is a really fun movie. And like, I grew up with the Emperor's New Groove. I think it's a fun one. And I think it's fun to celebrate.
I will admit also I believe that's at Typhoon Lagoon.
I believe so.
And a friend from another website, mousesteps.com, Jeff, we love you, was definitely texting with me yesterday. I don't remember what day it was, trying to figure out what the Daps look would be in the lazy river, which I hadn't even considered. So who knows? Like, I'm glad he was thinking about it, because I was more just like,
he was on it.
I'm like, how am I going to survive the heat?
He said a waterproof bow tie, or a disposable bow tie and a waterproof hat.
Which all of my hats now that I take to Florida are always. Anyway, we will have some fun coverage. Hopefully nothing falls from Destination D23. I'm personally looking forward to. There's a panel on The Happiest Place on Earth.
Yeah, creating the happiest place
That
on
one
Earth.
looks really good because that has Leslie Iwerks and Don Hahn. And I just think that's going to be a
That's
fascinating
always a good time.
conversation. I think looking back at the Three Caballeros is going to be great. That's a two-parter thing, I think, as well, if I recall. I think the Disney villains, Icons of Evil, will be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also hearing from Roy P. Disney will be a lot of fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Among other things. Like, I think it looks like it's going to be a Disney historian's home run. You know, like it looks like, and that's stuff I really enjoy. So I think it'll be a fun weekend, and we'll definitely be talking about that as much as we can. Scotch guard the hat. I just get cheap hats for this stuff, and then you don't have to keep them. That's the secret. But you know, that's okay. Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be zero sleep because the first night we are going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, which will be a lot of fun as well. So I will try to get some exclusive clips for us for the Patreon show, and then also for Geeks Corner and the YouTube channel. But I think it's time for some comments.
Comments!
There we go. We have comments. If you have any questions or comments you would like us to respond to, let us know in the chat, and we will respond to those in the next few minutes before we head on over to Daps After Dark on patreon.com/dapsmagic. I do agree with you, Chris. It is a crime that the Disney Treasures DVD. But see, those are the kind of things that I'd really like to see on Disney Plus, because those used to be the Disney Vault first, really, on Disney Channel, and then they were like, "Hey, we could make more money off this. We'll put them on the put them in those wonderful DVD sets," and then they just kind of went away. And I'm glad I have a few of those, but really we just don't watch DVDs that much anymore. Everything's digitized, so I would love to see a digital version of those, you know, the Vault stuff.
Remember the Disney Vault?
Yeah, I loved it.
That was such good marketing.
But like you could even have you know how they have those live stations now on Disney Plus, which makes it even more like traditional TV. But you could have a Disney Vault channel that just plays old stuff, whether it's Math Magic, Donald Math Magic Land, as I see there from Chris, or you know, Pollyanna, Blackbeard's Ghost, Ugly Dachshund, Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Like you could put a ton of those old things, and maybe the rule is it has to be 30 years or older, because there's a ton of stuff with 100 years of content they could be pulling from that would be a lot of fun. And you could have a documentary channel. Like, I just think it needs to make it easier to find some of the stuff that maybe people would want to dig into and find and learn more about Disney and experience it more. All right, are we going to get a Disney Plus day again next month, or is that done? Good question.
Haven't thought about that.
Wasn't that like September 9th or something, or 12th?
September 12th.
12th. I have not heard a word about that. It's weird to me too that it was a September 12th, because wasn't it November 12th when it was originally debuted? So you'd almost think it'd be in November, but I don't know. Good question. I feel like we'll get something, just not maybe as big as that first year. Bailey says that she's been saying for years that we need a whole Vault section on Disney Plus because it is all
Disney
buried.
Plus is very hard to navigate.
Yeah. And we're not digging on Disney Plus. It's just it definitely has room for improvement.
Well,
it's also it's one of the younger streaming services.
I think a lot of streaming services are hard to navigate.
True.
If you've ever watched me, like,
honestly, that's why I end up going to Amazon Prime a lot, though, is because they have so many live channels.
Yes.
And they have a channel that almost always has Columbo on it. So I will go, and half the time I watch Columbo because I don't want to have to find something else, and I get tired of looking for it. All right, another question from Johnny. Grand Cal Stan, DCL announcements at D23 ? Big eyes. I hope so. ? Big eyes. That's for the people that are listening to the podcast instead of just watching.
I just did the emoji.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I hope we get the name of the next ship. Like, I think that's coming soon. I don't know if it'll be there or if it'll be around it or something. Like, I feel like you have to get it soon. I should have gone back and looked when new ships usually get their name, but I feel like it's coming soon. I also think it would be very fun on maybe Daps After Dark some night to make guesses on what the new ship's name would be.
Does the Destiny have a godmother yet?
I don't think so.
So maybe they might announce a godmother?
That's possible too.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of things that are in the realm of possibility.
It's very possible. Okay.
I'd bet money on the Discovery.
I think that's a good name.
Okay, so what about, hear me out. The next Disney Cruise Line ship could also be like the Enterprise. And then another one could be the Cerritos. And then another
What promos do we expect for Tron Ares? I think we get either a featurette or an extended look at. I bet we get an extended look at it at D23 because they do have a segment that's dedicated to movies, so that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I've heard of movies before.
Yeah. Itzy would like to see a Jar Jar Binks walk around character announcement at D23 mayhaps. I feel like that's the one that if that was announced on one of the days for this, you should go out and buy a lottery ticket right now.
Misa thinks that's a great idea.
There you go. There you go.
I maybe took an order today in a Jar Jar Binks voice, but that's neither here nor there.
All right. We are running out of time. Katie, what do you think people should do?
Well, I think Misa thinks you should go to dapsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. You should subscribe to our mailing list. And you also should subscribe to patreon.com/dapsmagic. Don't make that face. Patreon.com/dapsmagic. Literally in like 5-ish minutes, we're going to be doing our post show called Daps After Dark. It is a lot of fun. We get all crazy over there, so don't miss it.
And I will be showing some pictures I took almost 30 years ago. It'll be fun. All right. But make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so you don't miss any of the videos that we have coming up very soon, as we have this weekend Oogie Boogie Bash videos that we will be taking and posting. So that's coming very quickly. And then it'll go into a bunch of the other fall things that we have coming, including Destination D23. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.